can I say before we start, welcome back to Big Dive.
And we've missed him all week since he's been off.
Yeah, we're missing all
I
week.
wish you guys too. There was no Shout Out Sports last week because I've been off on holiday.
Yeah.
So I think I missed my Shout Out Sports homies. What do you mean peace and quiet?
It's not that, he doesn't mean that.
Did you miss me? No? Did you miss me?
Always.
Did you miss me? Oh, did you miss me? Oh, did you miss me?
Yes, definitely Big Dive.
Anyone didn't miss me, fam. I missed you all, and I was thinking about what you did. I wanted to know what you thought about all the sports things that have been going on, because we're Shout Out Sports. So, should we introduce ourselves for people who haven't seen the episodes before? I'm Paul Payne.
Wilson.
Lily.
Kieran. George.
Marcus, the Barcus, the Garcus, the Marcus, the Marcus, the Darkest, the Marcus, the Marcus, the Darkest, the Barcus, the Darkest, the Marcus.
What am I again?
The what?
The Marcus.
So, it is the 15th of October, episode 6 of the podcast.
Coming up to November.
Coming up to November. It is now, is it official? Yeah, it's Stoptober.
Yeah.
Has anyone been doing Stoptober? We talked about that on the last podcast.
Only the odd occasion, so which is not that bad.
You've only been drinking on the odd occasion.
Yeah.
It's not called drink on the odd occasion Tober, is it? It's called Stoptober.
Not everyone has to stick to it.
Today on the show we're going to be talking about the BBC Young Sportsman of the Year that's coming up on 21st of October, this Sunday. We're going to be talking about some of the people that have been nominated for that. We're going to be talking about our picks and why we think that they should win. We've seen some amazing young athletes this morning, haven't we? Some amazing achievements. Some as young as 12 years old, believe it or not. So we're gonna talk over that. We're also going to be talking about Conor McGregor's UFC bout with Khabib Nurmagomedov, which turned a little bit nasty, didn't it, at the end, guys? We're also going to be talking about the England football match at the weekend. We're going to talk about Usain Bolt, who is just started playing football. He's given up his sprinting. He's now playing for the Central Coast Mariners. So see how he's getting on and if we think that's a good idea. And of course we're going to be talking about our little football match that's happening this Saturday.
Oh God, finger cobblers.
So should we kick off then? So Young Sports Person of the Year. First we looked at a lady called Carrie Adenegan, a record-breaking wheelchair sprinter. What do we think about Paralympians?
I think it's just been Paralympians. We don't learn this when it's we should be more than lady.
So you've got in this lineup for these nominees, you've got people with disabilities alongside the able-bodied athletes. Do you think that's a good thing for you?
Yes.
Yeah. World's moving forward. So Carrie Adenegan, she's a record breaker. She did the 100-metre wheelchair sprint in 17.2 seconds. Impressive?
Yes.
Then we looked at Freya Anderson, swimmer in the Commonwealth Games. She's got the junior European record, quite inspirational. And then we looked at something that started a bit of a debate. We like our debates. If anyone saw our last episode, they've seen us talking about women in football. One of the nominees is a 16-year-old jockey called James Owen. In Shout Out Sports, are we pro horse racing?
No.
What was the problem? What's the problem?
Horses get put down.
Well, the thing is, the engagement of horse racing, there's a history of these whips spanking on the bums. They give them cuts and everything.
Yes.
And if the horses aren't good enough to race, then they take them to a slaughterhouse and kill them.
Yeah, which we found out because we did a bit of research on it, didn't we? Because I know a lot of people are anti-horse racing, but the statistics, like Kieran said, with the whips, apparently the jockeys are allowed to whip the horse 30 times within a race. And we saw actual footage of cut horses, didn't we?
Big cuts
being put down.
Huge.
And like Kieran said, a lot of them, if they don't do so well in the races,
They take him to a slaughterhouse and kill him.
And also there was talk of training them at 1 year old when they're too young, which can be really bad for the horse.
The leg bones are fragile in racing.
Yeah. And also they said that they can be locked in their stables 22 hours a day.
That's
So
not good. I don't do it. I'm sorry.
we thought that what James Barron's done's quite respectful. It's amazing for a 16-year-old. We watched one of his races, didn't we? But as a crew, we're not really pro horse racing, are we?
No.
No.
So we're not gonna have him as one of our favourites, are we?
No.
Just for the sport, really. But then we moved on to Max Bergin, who's an 800 metre runner. He set a world best time in the Commonwealth Games. Quite impressive, wasn't it?
He started from start from finish.
Yeah, he completely bossed the race, didn't
He
he?
was the race. Nobody can catch him.
Okay, so moving on then, we saw Georgina May Fenton, who was gymnast, but very impressive.
Yeah.
16-year-old representing the UK in the Commonwealth Games. And then we saw quite an amazing young athlete, didn't we?
12-year-old,
Anna Hersey.
Over
10% winner.
We saw some footage of her playing when she was 9 years old, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
And the speed was like the film was sped up.
How can a 9-year-old kid do that?
You just think that now, wouldn't you?
She was the youngest ever athlete to compete in the Commonwealth Games last year at 12. So,
I think she should be nominated.
so would you put her as your?
Yeah, I would.
I think we kind of all agreed with that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Was that your pick as well, Kieran? What do you think, Georges? The table tennis player.
Yeah.
Do you think she should win? Yeah. Do you like table tennis? Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So then we had Georgina Roche, again. She was the woman of steel, so probably tougher than us. And she won that in the rugby sports, some big muscles. But yeah, she was nominated. We couldn't find any footage of her, which was quite sad. There's no actual to play it. And then we had Ryan Sessegnon, who is a Fulham striker, one of your favourites, Mark.
He plays for England, that's why.
Yeah, and
He's he plays under 18 England team.
we saw his 2018 goals today, didn't
I think we should see Gareth Southgate signing him up.
we? Yeah.
Put him in a bigger
I
squad.
think Gareth just standing up right now.
Kieran was quite impressed with his skills, weren't you? The way he stole goals and...
He's there. I mean, he's not there next minute, he's there.
But he does it from close range.
Yeah.
But colleges take it long ranges before they go into.
Oh, do you remember Gary Lineker used to be like that, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
They used to call it poacher.
Yeah, that's right.
Poacher style. And then we had finally, again a Paralympian, Maisie Summers-Newton, who smashed her
legs
race.
got up swimming, or 100 metres swimming.
Yeah. She was up against Ellie Simmons, wasn't she?
I think she should be the favourite.
That was your other favourite, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's my other favourite as well.
I'm a rubbish swimmer, and the reason I'm a rubbish swimmer is because my dad, Patrick Payne, if you're watching this, was a big bully and used to hold me up in the deep end by my trunks.
That's not nice, Dad. I shouldn't have done that, Dad. When I went to Jamaica when I was about 10 years old, this Jamaica lady taught me how to swim without armbands.
So your dad never held you up in the deep end by your trunks? No? He was a little bit, okay, sink or swim, son. So he was a bit of a pushy parent.
Ooh.
Should parents push their children to be good at sports?
No, not really.
Because we saw a bit of that with Anna Hersey, didn't we? Because her mum was like making her train 15 hours a week and stuff. Do you think that's a good thing?
No.
What about if she becomes a really good table tennis player and gets a career out of it, becomes really rich?
That would be better.
Because the parents pushed her.
Oh, that's like really.
Parents shouldn't do that.
I like that.
You should think it should be the child's choice.
Yeah.
So, are we all kind of
Yes.
saying Anna Hersey deserves to take it this year?
Yeah.
I think it's between the two, between both, really.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell which one to have.
It'll be interesting to see. We'll have to follow that one up next week and see who won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think the fact that she's 12 is just unreal. So we saw some of the UFC fight, didn't we?
So appropriate.
It's not my sort of thing, I'm sorry.
Me, I don't do that.
I think Kieran's got something to say about it.
Yeah, I think that as well.
About an incident in the fighting,
Yeah.
when the fighter, or before the fight began, the man was being racist to the other man's religion.
I think so. Conor McGregor was actually saying stuff about Khabib's religion and his mum. Do you think that's acceptable behaviour?
No,
No, it's not even a good joke either.
No.
But at the end of the fight, his coach, his trainer,
Yeah.
began to get involved and start fighting. And it's just a lot of immature people start fighting each other and everything. It's just out of order.
So Khabib jumped over the side and he attacked one of Conor McGregor's friends.
Which is, I don't know.
I think it was his cousin. I
Which
think.
I didn't know what was the point of it.
No. UFC does seem to be a bit lawless, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But none of us were impressed with that.
Kids, don't try fighting at home.
So you think these guys are getting millions for these fights? Do you think that they should get that sort of money if they pay that?
no.
No?
I think that's just banned for money.
I mean, just because you're rich doesn't mean you can't behave like that way.
No, I totally agree.
I understand the
Because-
frustrations of it though.
If you don't behave, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
But
That's what we say UFC. Don't behave, don't get paid.
you wouldn't get that in football though, because if you was, you
Well,
would
if you behave like
be in that industry.
If you behave like that in football, you'd be suspended.
Yeah, for life.
So then we also saw, didn't we? We saw Deontay Wilder, who's a British boxer, punching a mascot. What happened there?
Blood his
If
jaw.
that was an accident,
It wasn't that, so wasn't it on Spanish television? Deontay Wilder, for some reason, was punching a mascot.
in the jaw.
And he didn't realise that there was a person inside the seat, which I find kind of crazy because how was he moving? What did he think?
How does he moving? How does he move?
You would have been knocked out cold before.
What does he think? He was a robot? I don't know.
Goodness of the talent.
But I couldn't understand what they were saying on the television show because it was Spanish. So, I mean, but apparently Deontay Wilder was very sorry for that. One of the stranger things we saw today. So, Usain Bolt. Yeah, are we going to do our bolts? That's a good one there. That's a mobile. Not an Usain Bolt. Can you do it? Can you do that one, Georges? So, one of the greatest sprinters who's ever lived. What do we think about him giving sprinting up and playing football?
I think he should.
It's good.
Well, he's a little bit rubbish.
We did watch his highlights. He plays now for the Central Coast Mariners in Australia. He did score 2 goals, but he did make some shocking mistakes as well. So it's a bit of a strange decision. I wonder how it must feel if you're amazing at a sport to go to a sport that you're just like average at.
You're changing careers as well. So
Yeah, it's a change of career.
Yeah.
But he's obviously wants to try something new, challenge himself.
I don't blame him. Tries his new.
Yeah, because he's given up sprinting, so
It's better than just sitting there doing that in your own house, being bored.
yeah, playing video games.
And we know who that is.
You know how old that is?
So we also looked at the England game, Gareth Southgate. What was the score with the England game?
0-0.
Now against Croatia behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors. What was the reason for that?
Because Croatia started to fight the England fans.
Again, a bit immature, isn't it? Fighting at football games.
They're not part football fans. Doesn't go to football.
No. So the game was played behind closed doors. It was 0-0, and apparently the commentators didn't even need to be there, is what I read. So little happened. But Gareth Southgate is saying that football should get more time off after things like the World Cup.
Yeah.
What do we think about that?
I think I'd agree with Gareth Southgate.
Yeah? You reckon it's really affecting our national team?
Yeah.
And Louis didn't think that?
No.
No?
No.
So you think players should be...
I think they should do the Premier League first before going into the World Cup. Before they get selected. Because you have to make sure they have breathers before you go into the games.
Yeah. They started 27 days after the World Cup, the Premiership.
Yeah?
You think they should have more time to rest?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got to talk about it. I'm sorry, Kieran. It's about to get a little bit immature.
I'm not going to go there.
But this Saturday, my team, Northampton, will be playing your team.
NK Dons, a dance free, Northampton Town now. Bring it on, boy!
Come on, Jacks. Oh, we hope you found that.
MK Dons hit a bit of a good patch.
Yeah, they are.
I love my players.
But if you look at the table from where we are now, like 24 points.
Passing it.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid to say that your little run is going to come to an end on Saturday.
No, it's not.
Because my boys are coming to town.
Boo!
I'm going to be there, getting tickets, me and my dad. Give us a wave if you see us.
No.
But yeah, I was completely not confident about this game until Saturday, when we had our best half of the season. We played like warriors. Kevin Von Veen was outstanding. He played like his life depended on it. If he does that against you guys on Saturday,
Which you won't.
sorry boys, we're taking 3 points.
No, no.
So boys, sorry big guy, with you and your dad won't be sitting on Saturday evening. We're going to take 3 points up for you.
Well, I'll tell you something, if you do take 3 points, I'm not looking forward to next Monday.
There will be shirts galore.
Yeah, Jackson.
You might see that Paul Payne has left the country.
We are.
But we're not going to, because the Cobblers, we've got a new manager, Keith Curl, he's turned it around for us.
Yeah, but we've got a new manager and he's turned it around for us as well.
It will
To
be
win the
easier.
place.
So sorry guys, you've hit us at a bad time because we are on the way up.
Sorry boys.
Not yet.
Sorry big guy, we're on the way
One
down
game.
again. And I'm excited. We do.
Prediction for Saturday.
NK Dons 2, Cobblers 1.
Ooh, I'm not sure about
Same
that.
score, that's our last 2 scores, but they've been in our favour 2-1. Prediction or don't care? Don't care.
Gorgeous.
Who's going to win? George, Dons or Cobblers?
Put it there, Georges.
Gorgeous. You know, gorgeous.
Prediction, Lulu.
I reckon Don's 3, Northampton 0.
And then you're going to wake up and smell the coffee.
No, you're going to wake up and smell the coffee.
No, you're going to make out inside a cup of tea on Saturday morning.
Give us a prediction, Wilson. MK Dons 4. 4? What? Northampton Town 0. And my prediction
Oh, here we go. We go to that this one.
is Northampton Town 2, MK Dons 1.
If he finds his eyes out next Monday.
Ancient history, my friend.
Yeah, but it's still there.
Jackson.
Okay, so I think that about brings us to a close this week. We hope you've enjoyed the podcast.
And this Saturday, no SA Bournemouth was Lewis Hampton wins and Sebastian was not finished. Lewis Hampton's won it and done with his fifth title.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time, bye!
Give us a